So here's one. It's shallow, but watch. Okay, I'm running just above foil, but you see how high I got my discrimination set up? That should be a coin. From what I remember last night when I was doing some air testing, I'm gonna guess that's a copper coin, probably a copper wash or a Lincoln. Sorry, it's early. I'm gonna dig it and I'll get back with you. It's above zinc, so that's what I'm doing. I'm coming out here. I'm getting targets. I'm moving my discrimination knob, see where it falls in, and okay, I'll get back with you. Yeah. Okay, so I used this machine about 3 years ago. Relic hunting, strictly relic hunting. I was out in fields, everything been torn down pre-1900, lots of iron. Loved this machine. It's been 3 years. I'm park hunting, been here maybe 20 minutes. Dug that one hole, dug this one. This is the one that I said should be a copper penny. I knew it wasn't deep. It was about 4 inches deep, deeper than I thought. But about 4 inches deep, and as I was turning my discrimination knob, that's what I figured it was, a copper penny. It was just past zinc, cut out, you know, about where a quarter should be, so I figured it was a copper penny. Just goes to show you can take something like this, no VDI screen, and I'm already telling roughly the depth and what I'm gonna find. Loving it. Get back at you. Okay, here's another one. It's a real tight little hit. It's not, I would say it's over 4 inches, 5 inches, maybe 6. It's real tight. It's not as loud as some of the shallower targets. Like that copper penny I just dug. That was like 4 or 5 inches. I forget already. You guys gotta forgive me, it's early. I'm trying to get out here and get some hunting done before it gets super hot. But this one's probably, from what I'd guess, 5 inches. As I was turning my knob, my discrimination knob, it was, well, here, I'll show you. It's still hitting when it's way up there. I don't know if you noticed, I'm left-handed. This knob is perfect for me being on this side. I can swing and do everything. Sorry about the camera. I just, when I was digging that copper penny, I put my knee down in a pile of fire ants, and I didn't realize it until I had a bite on my leg. I just had one crawling up me. I had one in my sock. You gotta watch out for fire ants in Texas. I got scars all over my feet. Yeah, good times. All right, let me dig this and I'll get back with you. Okay, I'm right on top of this hole. Look at that. Look how deep I am. And it hit this, I don't know what the target is yet, but I'm right on top of it. That's how deep I am. I'll pull it out and I'll show you what it is. Okay, I was wrong. And I wasn't right on top of it. I ended up about 10 inches down. I got past the point. I knew I was no longer hitting a coin-sized object, but I wanted to keep digging. But hey, this is a good sign for this park. This is an old piece of iron. Hey, I'll take it. That's a good sign for me. So I'm gonna get back at it. Probably not gonna be here too much long. It is getting hot. Okay, I just want to do a quick wrap up. I'm done. I'm soaking wet with sweat. I'm done. So before I show you what I found, which isn't much, let me tell you what I was doing. I'm sure I could have walked out here with a couple dollars in clad. That wasn't my goal. I wanted to see how deep this machine would go, and by no means did I find out, you know. Anyhow, let me get started and I'll explain. You know, I showed you at the threads. I dug this a little bit later. This, I believe, is aluminum, was probably about 5 inches deep, no problem. That was super deep. You know, let me put a penny there for comparison. That was, I don't even remember, it's on video, I'll upload it, but it was deep. Couple pennies, one copper penny. This one was actually a wheat penny. Pretty happy with that. Pull tab, it was like 3-4 inches. I thought it was a pull tab, that's why I dug it. I'm still getting used to the machine and learning it, so I just wanted to see. And it was that pull tab, but it cut out, I want to say a little bit after a pull tab, or right around a pull tab, maybe a little bit after. I don't know. I didn't get it on video either. I wish I would have, because it was well, it was just a quick test. I found that bolt, that was deep. I forget how deep. And then my last target was, all this came out of the same hole. Now the nails and that screw were real shallow, maybe 3 inches. This was like 6 or 7 inches, and that was the last hole I dug. And here's my point. When I dug these, that's what I thought I was digging. Now I thought that was going to be copper or a deep coin, like a quarter. Even some of the most expensive machines with VDIs and everything else, they'll get fooled by stuff like this. All this stuff will fool some of the most expensive machines with some of the most bells and whistles. This right here, I've had an E-Track, a CTX at 5-6 inches. E-Track or CTX is probably going to read that as a pretty decent target. So, not a lot of great finds, but it was some good testing. I'm really impressed with the depth on that 8-inch coil. Very impressed. I'm amazed at how quick I'm getting used to it. I'm really impressed at how I can turn that discrimination knob and kind of figure out what I'm digging. I'm really impressed with how quick I'm already getting used to where it's cutting out on the knob, on my discrimination knob, that I'm having a good idea of what I'm digging. I'm really impressed. I'm really happy with my first time. I know I'm showing a bunch of junk, but like I said, most of this junk would have fooled the most expensive metal detectors out there. So I'm really happy, really excited about the depth out of that 8-inch coil. Great hunt in my book. Thanks for watching. One last thing I want to say I forgot. Something I noticed that I was starting to notice, like on the iron and in that big pipe plug, was they were hitting real good one way and I would turn 90 and they would go away. So I'm thinking that that's an indication that it's junk. It's not a coin target. The Weedy and that other copper penny, they hit both directions, if I remember right. Yeah, and they were pretty deep. But anyhow, like I said, my first time out doing this kind of hunting. I did relic hunting before with this machine. Love it as a relic machine. But some of that junk that I did dig wasn't hitting good when I turned 90 on it. And we'll see as I do more videos, but I suspect that's because it's junk. But hey, we'll see. Thanks for watching. If you get a chance, check out allmetalmode.com. Our Facebook group is All Metal Mode. I just built a forum, and check out my my blog. That's on allmetalmode.com.